Good morning and welcome to the final edition of the Shutbox videos. Today we're going to work on our presentation. In order to start our presentation, we're going to start in the browser bar, the ribbon bar up in the top, and we're going to select New, and we're going to choose Standard IPN, this icon right here, and click Create. Our tools at the top are very limited. We're going to go and start with Create View to select our final Shutbox assembly, and we're going to create this or select it from our Browse folder. That's this manila folder with a magnifying glass in it. We're going to go to our H drive. Once again, if this does not automatically select to your H drive, you're going to use the little pull down arrow and go to your first initial last name 000, and I'm going to select my final Shutbox assembly and click Open. Then I'm going to select OK, and that's going to place my Shutbox on the screen. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, and we'll move my Shutbox to the side. Now, in order to move my parts to create my video, my presentation, I'm going to tweak components, this button right here at the top in the ribbon. If this tool panel up here kind of keeps moving around, if you click on this pull down arrow here, you can pin the mini toolbar to its position. I also want to take a look at my default trails. I'm going to select None for my default trails so I don't see a bunch of blue lines going everywhere on the screen. Next, I want to choose the first part I'm going to move, and I'm going to take this side off of my Shutbox first. I'm going to click to select that. And you can see that it highlights in blue to show that it's chosen. I can click the different arrows in order to select different directions of movement. I'm going to leave it in this arrow direction, and I'm going to take and pull this part off. So I'm going to click the arrowhead and pull this part off. I can change the direction, make it move up, make it move back by just clicking on the different arrow. After I finish moving a part, I'm going to click on the plus mark to apply. And then I want to check to make sure it's going to do what I want it to do. So after I click the apply button, I'm going to click animate. I'm going to change my interval time to 5, and my repetitions I'm going to leave at 1. Click apply, and then I click play. And it's going to move that part back into position. So the first part you move is the last part that goes back in your Shutbox. Press cancel. Tweak components again. We're going to move a couple of parts together, and then you're going to have time on your own in order to finish your Shutbox. Next, I'm going to come in and I'm going to select my dowel. Click to select that part. You can see that the dowel highlights blue. I'm going to scroll back out again, and I'm going to click on this arrow and pull this dowel straight out. I'm going to move it up, kind of get it out of the way. Click apply when I'm done moving it. Next, I'm going to choose and select my flipper. So I'm going to choose one of my flippers. I'm going to start with the number 9. I can either take this flipper off in this direction or keep pulling them out to the side, or I can choose this direction going up and away from us. So once that part is selected, you can see that it's highlighted blue. I'm going to click the highlighted arrow that I want it to move in, and I'm going to move this flipper up and out of the way. I can change directions on that as well and move it to a different spot. Click apply. Next, I'm going to come in and get my washer. Once again, you can see that it's highlighted blue. And I can choose the arrow, the direction that I want it to move in. Click and drag that arrow out, and off comes my washer. Click apply when you're finished moving that part. Next, let's show you something how to get fancy. So I'm going to click my next flipper. You can see that it highlights blue once again. When I take this flipper and move it off of here, I can change from lineal directions. I can change to rotate. Right up here I can take, and you can see my icons change for this rotate command. So I can choose a different direction, and I can actually flip and rotate that flipper around in different directions as well. Kind of neat. Change back to move in lineal direction, and I can move this flipper over to the side. Click apply. After every few parts that you move, we're going to click on animate. Once again, your interval time is at 5. Repetitions are at 1, and click play. Click cancel. Now you're going to go back to tweak components, and what you're in charge of now is you have to move every single part, that's every single side, bottom, flipper, washer, in order to move, and then we're going to take a look at your animate to make sure it looks good and make sure it's possible. For example, we don't want to move flipper 7 down through the bottom of the shut box, because in real life that cannot happen. So make sure you take your time, make your presentation look good, and good luck to you. Great job so far. Let us know when you're done.